Video 72, Human Resources and Staff Development Area 7, MCHES Sub-Competencies 7.3.1. Review the learning objectives for this video. Human Resources Management is tested at the Master Certified Health Education Specialist level because senior health educators are often responsible for hiring and supervising staff, and understanding these concepts will serve you well as your career advances. Let us start with job descriptions, which are foundational documents that define roles, set expectations, and provide legal protection. Key components include the job title and classification as exempt or non-exempt under the Fair Labor Standards Act. Exempt employees are salaried and not eligible for overtime, while non-exempt employees must receive overtime pay for hours beyond 40 per week. Essential functions are the core duties a person must perform, distinguished from marginal functions. This distinction matters for Americans with Disabilities Act compliance, because employers must provide reasonable accommodations for essential functions, but not necessarily marginal ones. For example, conducting community presentations would be an essential function, while occasional filing might be marginal. Minimum qualifications specify required education, certifications such as Certified Health Education Specialist or Master Certified Health Education Specialist, and experience. Required competencies should align with the National Commission for Health Education credentialing areas of responsibility. The reporting structure and salary range round out the document. So here's what I want you to remember. Job descriptions are legal documents that must comply with employment law and serve as the foundation for hiring and accountability. This might seem like administrative detail, but it is the kind of knowledge that sets you apart as a leader in the field. Now let us look at performance appraisals, and I think you will see how this cycle creates a supportive framework for professional growth. Performance appraisals are a systematic and ongoing process for evaluating employee performance. The cycle begins when the supervisor and employee collaborate to set clear, measurable expectations tied to the job description and organizational goals. For example, a health educator might have an expectation to deliver 12 community workshops per quarter with a satisfaction rating of at least 4 out of 5. Step 2 is providing ongoing feedback throughout the year. Performance management should never be a once-a-year event, and this is something you will want to keep in mind both for the exam and for your own management practice. Regular check-ins allow supervisors to recognize good work and address concerns early. A mid-year check-in provides a formal opportunity to assess progress, identify barriers, and adjust goals if circumstances have changed. The formal annual evaluation documents performance with specific examples and evidence. Ratings should be consistent with feedback provided throughout the year, so there should be no surprises. The cycle concludes with a professional growth plan identifying development goals and training opportunities for the next period. This might include attending a professional conference, pursuing an advanced certification, or taking on new leadership responsibilities. So here is your key exam concept. Performance appraisals are continuous, collaborative, and documented at every stage. When you think of it as an ongoing conversation rather than a single event, it makes much more sense. 2 employment law areas appear frequently on the Master Certified Health Education Specialist exam, and knowing them well will boost your confidence on test day. The Family and Medical Leave Act, commonly known as FMLA, provides eligible employees with up to 12 weeks of unpaid job-protected leave per year. It applies to employers with 50 or more employees. Employees must have worked 12 months and 1,250 hours to qualify. Qualifying reasons include birth or adoption of a child, caring for a family member with a serious health condition, or the employee-owned serious health condition. The key exam concept for you to remember is that FMLA provides job protection, meaning the employer must restore the employee to the same or equivalent position upon return. Now let us turn to equal employment opportunity laws, which prohibit discrimination in hiring, firing, compensation, and all employment decisions. Title VII of the Civil Rights Act prohibits discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. Additional laws protect against age and disability discrimination through the Age Discrimination in Employment Act and the Americans with Disabilities Act. These laws are enforced by the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. In practical terms, all interview questions must be job-related and consistent across candidates. You cannot ask about marital status, family plans, or other protected characteristics. So here's the bottom line. Both the Family and Medical Leave Act and Equal Employment Opportunity laws carry significant legal consequences for non-compliance, and the exam expects you to know the key provisions of each. You are building exactly the kind of well-rounded knowledge that strong health education leaders need. Read the scenario STEM aloud. Give students 30 seconds to consider options before advancing. The correct answer is B. The correct answer is B. Under equal employment opportunity laws, pregnancy is a protected status under the Pregnancy Discrimination Act, which is an amendment to Title VII. Interview questions must focus exclusively on qualifications and the ability to perform essential job functions. Option A directly inquires about pregnancy-related plans, which constitutes pregnancy discrimination. Option C creates an implied barrier based on the pregnancy. Option D is blatant pregnancy discrimination and could result in a formal EEOC complaint. The program manager must evaluate all candidates using the same job-related criteria regardless of pregnancy status. Summarize the key takeaways.